Ladies and gentlemen, from New York, it's Andy Dick's slightly older sister. How about a big hand? Give it up for Yvonne Delet.
Woo! That was actually great. I actually liked your fucked up version earlier, though.
Well, you could edit it and do whatever the fuck you want.
That's true. I am an editor now.
When you come back here and do your studio magic.
I multitask.
You're a multitasking Jew.
I'm a multitasking half Jew. Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Unknowns on Talk Show. I am your host, Yvonne Delet. I feel very professional. Welcome to WFUCK. Welcome. Hi. Today on the Unknowns on Talk Show. That's like Allison Steele.
I remember the Nightbird, yes.
Sex reverb. Sex reverb. What's that? What's sex?
We should have talked about it in the last show because she died.
Who? Oh, she did. When did she die?
When she died.
Recently?
It was a couple of years ago. She died of cancer.
You bore... Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
So anyway, this show, I did ask. I said the question was, why the fuck hasn't anyone asked me to write my story yet? Because I have to read. I have to read Chelsea Handler's book because I consider myself the sober Chelsea Handler, and I'm just. Why am I twisting my body like a crazy person?
Make sure you're on camera. Oh,
to try to look at you and the camera.
We're actually tightening up.
We're on TV and the radio.
Isn't it amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Hey-oh!
We have sound
Very
effects.
funny, sir.
I bought these sound bites from this children's toy store yesterday. We all have them. Me, Clowny, and Dave, Sloppy Seconds.
It's the best gift I've ever gotten.
It's fucking cool. But what's interesting was I went to the toy store and the girl, the young girl who was Clowny showing them, she's modeling them. She's modeling the soundbite machine. It was $6.99. So when I bought it, I love that. When I bought it, I mentioned to the girl. I said, I don't know if you. I'm always hesitant. I go, I don't know if you like Howard Stern. She goes, I do, and my mom does. And I'm like, well, I am the female Howard Stern, and I have a show, and blah blah blah. So I gave her a card, and she goes, well, they have this soundbite thing. They had a creepier version. And she said, but we didn't get it because it's obviously a kid's toy store. So she goes, but I'm going to speak to the owner and see if we can get you one. And I was like, perfect. We need the creepy version of the soundbite.
Absolutely.
What do you think's on the creepy version?
Oh, maybe Bush's voice, Cheney's voice, scary things.
Your voice.
Scary things.
Fuck you. Up yours. Oh, that would be great if it had curses. Oh, you would think you'd have actual fart noises.
Yeah, we need more curses on demand.
These don't have fart noises. What is it called when a woman makes a squeak? What is it called?
It's a
queef.
The hills are filled with the sound of queefing.
That would be awesome. So
I wanted to call my band the Queef Orchestra, but these faggots won't go for it.
The Queef Orchestra? And what was the other? You had a vagina one.
The Vag Tones.
The Vag Tones. I like that.
I love the Vag Tones.
I have a word in my mouth.
We would have had a Vag phone. It would be a vibrator and also a phone. You could talk to it while you get off.
So what happened?
The marketing. Yeah. They wouldn't go for it. They wanted to be secretly famous.
So what happened to the band? You're having trouble, right?
Yeah, the band's going through rough times right now.
You think you and Scaredy Cat will make up?
I don't know what's going to happen.
I call him Scaredy Cat.
But I've had a really good time, and I just enjoy playing with anybody.
I hope you guys get back together. We all go through rough patches.
He didn't send me a Valentine this year.
He didn't?
No.
Did you and I go through a rough patch yet?
I tell you what.
I think every day's a rough patch.
Yeah. It's like being tied to the back of a truck going through a fucking parking lot.
That's true. That's true. I did put you in the hospital, so I guess that you would consider that a rough patch.
Well, you thought you might get my car, just like what's her name, like Darga.
I was hoping. I need a car.
This is what she does. She befriends people, and then she hopes that they'll die or go into hospice care.
And I get a car.
So she can get a free car.
And you know what I do?
Only
I use the car until something goes wrong with it, and then I get rid of it, and then I have to get
she leaves her on the road like those Arabs.
Is that what Arabs do?
That's what they do in Saudi Arabia. They run out of gas.
Couple days.
Supposedly, that's the legend, is that people will run out of gas. They are so wealthy in some of these countries where they're oil rich that they'll run out of gas and just leave the car there.
And they just leave the car. Oh, I wish.
That's rich.
Because I am the epitome of lazy. I mean, I don't mind getting gas. I don't like it. I don't mind. But if something goes wrong with it, and you actually have to take it to a mechanic, and they have to fix it, and then you have to pay for it.
Well, isn't lazy synonymous with Jewish? I mean, basically.
For me, it is. Well, I'm the ultimate I'm like kind of a Jap, mafia princess combined because my dad kind of treated us like mafia princesses when he had money. So, and my mother did all the housework. She would not let me do any housework. So I was, I learned nothing. I learned no domestic skills whatsoever. And that's why I'm alone.
And that's why you had to fall back on comedy, huh?
I had to fall back on comedy. Actually, I got to do what I wanted. Woo! I got to do what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll be here all week. Next show, 2:30. Don't forget to tip your waitress. It's automatic when I hear applause. So anyway, so this show today, this is an important show. We're going to have a meeting. This is a meeting. Snore. Do we have snore on this? Oh, that would be awesome. We so need we're going to have a meeting.
How did Pee Wee Herman get in there? That's just the way I planned it.
You know what? I wonder if snoring's on the creepy machine. Snoring would be perfect.
I love Pee Wee. I thought Pee Wee was a genius.
Pee Wee was great. I should have been Miss Yvonne because I am Yvonne.
Yeah.
I was every time I'd see that I would be so jealous. So jealous. So anyway, we're gonna have a meeting today. We're gonna have a meeting because Dave and I, we're supposed to pretend we're working radio people, but we have day jobs, and we don't have time to meet to discuss. We basically, I'm gonna be honest. I do all the work.
I prefer a blowjob, but I'll take the day job.
Well, good luck.
No whistle for that one.
Good luck with that. So we're gonna have a meeting because this is this is our 11th show.
Wow.
11th
Today?
11th radio show. It's actually our 16th show.
In general. Wow.
In general. I'm adding.
When we get up to like 50, what's going to happen?
We're into the double digits.
Are you going to get out your monogram knee pads?
We're into double digits. I probably.
Yeah.
We're into double digits. But I haven't caught up. We can also be seen on YouTube. I always have to say that. We're on YouTube because I love seeing those numbers go up. Clowny. Yes, Clowny. Clowny's here. You can see Clowny. She's smoking today. He's smoking a fake cigarette. You can see Clowny. Yes, right. You can see Clowny on YouTube, which to me, that's worth the price of admission because Clowny rocks my world. Rocks my world.
For sure.
So anyway, my whole thing with this show is how free flowing does it need to be and how structured.
Meanwhile, you got like a Hollywood script here of pages.
Well, you've
been working hard on this.
I have, and you said to me the other day you came up with some idea about crack. You and crack, weather or whatever.
Not all crack is bad. You need to know that.
You mean like your ass crack?
There you go.
And
you are so quick.
And you said
it's
to me,
scary.
You threw out like some ideas, and you go, you should write notes. You should bring in, and I always
so you could just throw them in the garbage.
I always fucking bring in notes, and I don't know who could be less observant.
You've poo-pooed basically every idea I've had
because they're not.
It doesn't
good.
really fit in with our show. Don't you get the idea of the show?
This is what I think of your ideas.
Yeah.
Most.
At least I don't have a black and blue from that, and I really appreciate that.
What was it? The 2 shows ago, I had a whistle. This is so much better than the whistle. Uh-oh. Yeah. So anyway, so this is how many segments? I would like to have some ongoing segments.
You'd like to talk with your hands. If we cut your hands off, you'd be speechless.
I do. I had a friend that used to think I was so cute because I always talk with my hands. She goes, "Look, you're always talking."
At least you do something with your hands.
Because what I don't do with my hands.
I don't know. Your father said you didn't use your hands at all. I said, that's talented.
Hi-oh.
Hey now.
I wonder if those...
What the hell is that?
I think there's going to come a time where the sex... My father... That's a fax machine. Answer, Clowny, get that fax, would you? Send that fax. Send that fax, would you? There's probably going to come a time where the sex of my father jokes... I've never had sex with my father, by the way. Are not going to be funny.
Not today, at least. No.
Not going to be funny. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to Dave. One too many father sex jokes.
Well, there's nothing funny about it, but I mean, we're just trying to get through it,
That's going to be you, Dave. Oh, that's another version of that's a Clowny version of That's more generic. That's more natural. So anyway, I have some ideas for segments. We are just children having fun. I
I
don't
like pushing buttons and hearing noises. I tell you,
maybe
there's a drug right
maybe
here.
we don't even need to talk about anything. We just do different sounds.
Absolutely. Oh, you're trying to catch a train. You're following train tracks. You must be trying to catch a train.
So sad.
One of my favorite cartoons.
The unknown. It's unknown. It's unknown from one fucking minute to the next what's going on the show. But we're having fun, and I think that's all that matters. So anyway, I wanted to talk about. I actually wanted to talk about my dating life.
Oh my
I
God.
think that, or lack thereof. And I just want to say, I want to apologize to anyone that's had any contact with me versus the dating world, because I am going to talk about you. And, this is my problem is I have always, as if anyone listened to the Valentine's Day show and the undating game, I don't always make the best choices in men. And I'm really trying to change that.
Think of how the poor guys feel.
Can you imagine? What is that noise?
That sounds like a fart to me.
It does, but it's so low. Why is it so low?
It's a low
it's
fart.
the whoopee.
It's a Chinese fart. That's the guy you play cards with, isn't it?
Yours is
Low.
low. There's something wrong with your fart.
Isn't that the name of the guy that you play cards with? Low fart.
There's something wrong with your fart. My fart's
Huh. Would you like one egg roll with that card? Oh.
my fart's so much better than your
You're so
fart.
horny.
My fart's better than your fart. My fart's
Yeah.
better than your fart.
Because
My
you got
fart's better than
hemorrhoids
your
and yours is
fart.
more finely crafted.
Okay, I'm going to go back to hand raising in a minute with you.
As long as you don't blow that fucking whistle.
So listen. so I'm on Match.com.
Poker for the people.
Come on, stop it.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I'll try to stay focused. I'm sorry.
That was out of line. You crossed the line, Dave.
I did cross the line, didn't I?
So listen to me. We're going to stay a little focused.
Spring is in the air, by the way.
Clowny is really, I'm going to punch you, I swear. So I started dating. I was on Match.com. I haven't actually had a date. There was one guy I talked about that almost made it to an actual date. There are a few other guys that are possibilities, but there was a guy on Facebook that contacted me. I'm not going to say his name, and I don't know if he's going to be listening to the show. But I was very attracted to
There's
him.
got to be somebody listening.
Hopefully.
Is that our first caller today?
Well, there are definitely people giving us hits on YouTube.
Yahoo!
So
Please, people, tune in.
Dave, come on, pay attention. Okay, here it is.
I'm sorry.
So this guy, we started talking on Facebook, and
Get
he's a writer. He was a chef, and I think part of the problem when we got along, we were talking, on Facebook, and then we talked on the phone, and.
Writer and a chef.
But there was a couple.
Go on.
What? But there was a couple things. I don't want to say wrong, but kind of red flaggy for me on the red flag side. Like exactly. That could lead to that. That could lead to that. And one of them was, I had mentioned. I don't even know how I said this, but I had mentioned that I'm an AA chick. For like 23 years. And he said he used to go.
They look like B cups or at least C's, but if you say AAs, hey.
He used to go, which is a kind of a red flaggy thing. So we discussed that. And there were some other issues, physical issues that he's going through, which were kind of, I felt I had compassion for. But, one wonders when you don't take care of yourself, if you might or might not have an alcohol problem or drugs, that eventually catches up with you physically. How old? He was my age. And he watched my show. See, there were a lot of good things. He watched my show, and he really liked my show. He liked that I talked about labia on the first show.
So he knew about you from the show before you actually did the online thing?
I think we friended each other. You can write, I don't even know how, I just drew a blank how Facebook works. But there are ways where you meet new people.
I have a website. It's called Sit on my Facebook, but that's a whole other thing.
And then you have no friends on that, right?
I'm working on it.
Okay. I don't think it's, I think you should retire.
You're going to blow that whistle. Where's the whistle?
Okay. So, so anyway, I'm just, that's what he wishes. So anyway, so we talked on the phone, and I did like him. He had, he's a writer, so obviously we have a lot in common.
Is he Jewish?
We talked about comedy. No, he's Italian, which I prefer.
You like Italian men?
I do like Italian men.
What is it you like most about Italian men?
That they're not Jewish. Right? Clowny's thumbs up on that one. Oh, Jewish men are so fucking neurotic. I can't. My last boyfriend, hairy guy, was a Jew, and he
Jewish men are erotic?
neurotic.
Oh, I thought you said erotic. There's a big
Well, they
difference.
can be. Hairy guy was good in bed, but he was so fucking neurotic. It was just horrible. So Italian, I like Italian. You know, I like different from what I've grown up with. I don't know about other people.
You know
Some
what
people like
happens when
familiarity.
You know what happens when Pirelli tires?
I like. Clowny likes Irish. Yeah, but this is the thing about Irish. Let me ask you this. This is a small, right? Drink, yeah, but small penis. No, unless they're quote unquote. This is air quotes. Black Irish. Right? Clowny has something to say. She's dying to talk. You know, she was saying earlier she likes what we're talking. You know, our conversing.
Her lips are sealed.
Irish boyfriend. One of 3 Irish boyfriends was very small. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you know what's Irish?
You know
what's Irish? You know what's Irish and comes out in the springtime? Do you?
That's so stupid.
That sounds like my beds once in a while.
Small penis.
Hey, you know what's Irish?
You know, it'd be awesome. I'm gonna next date. If I go on a date with someone, and I have sex, and if I ever get to the point of having sex and they're small, I'm just gonna take this out and go. Get you imagine?
Spaghetti-o.
Because I have a cavernous, huge vagina, so I need a big penis.
Oh my God, you could park a Harley in there.
But it's we had this discussion, and small is bad.
Everybody
Come
knows
on,
you're
let's
way
face
too
it.
big.
Just everyone admitted already. It's so stupid. So anyway, so we have this good conversation. He has a lot of physical problem. Physical problem. Not as much as darker, but close.
Have you actually seen this guy? You've just been online so far?
No, I've seen his picture.
His alleged picture.
His alleged picture. He had tattoos.
I can put a picture of Johnny Weissmuller on
I like
there.
tattoos. He's a chef and a writer.
A Jew who likes ink. Very interesting.
The thing, this is okay. So the red flags. Here are the red flags. Besides the physical stuff, which, if he was sober a long time, I could deal with. But he lives with a woman that's in love with him.
Oh.
Shoot me in the head now, please.
Not a problem.
That's what he said at first, and I still kept going. That's how fucked up I am. So anyway, I talked about it in therapy, and I cut him off.
He's living with somebody already?
No, just as a friend, but she's in love with. Yeah, exactly. But she's in love with him, and we had a conversation on the phone, and he said.
He's looking for a threesome, isn't he?
And he said something like, "What? That is a multi." That's a
threesome would be
flag.
fun. Don't you be fun to have somebody sucking your toes while somebody else is taking care of another area? I mean, would that really not be fun?
I've done threesomes.
You have?
Are
you shitting me?
I did one, sort of.
Good for
I
you.
did sort of. Dude,
I've never been there.
Really?
No, I'm pretty.
I went to Club Med, my friend. Back in the
my
day.
God!
Did you go to Club Med? You did one threesome? All right. Yeah, women in the arts. How do I went out with musicians? How the fuck would I not do at least
I'm
one?
such a
I went to
lightweight
Plato's
here.
Retreat.
I'm not worthy of being in this room.
You did 2
She's done
threesomes?
2 threesomes.
Well, Clowny did 2 threesomes.
And that was just this morning.
It was just this morning. Wait. How do you?
No wonder she's walking with a limp.
Where's the? Clowny did. Thank you very much. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Next show 3:30. So I went to Plato's Retreat.
So this guy's Italian, but he's got physical
problems. Did you hear what I said? I went to Plato's
You
Retreat.
went to Plato's back in the day?
I did. I did not switch partners though. I was going out with a musician, of course.
Was everybody running around naked fucking?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Plato's Retreat. This was Plato's Retreat.
57th Street on the West Side Highway.
No,
I remember.
72nd in Ansonia Hotel.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Yeah. And basically it was a dare. I was 21, I think.
Good for you.
I was going out with this musician, a piano player, and my best friend at the time, and he hooked her up with someone, and him and the other guy made a dare. It was $50 to get in for a couple, and we're talking what 19.
You were 21, 19, 12,
879.
13.
It was 1842.
Clowny was working furiously on writing something there.
Oh, okay. What about HIV? Well, this was before HIV. So wait, no, but wait. I didn't change partners. That's what I'm saying. So, but this is what the deal was. So they chat. They said we'll pay. Like like that's like, and if you go, like what kind of fucking dare is that? Right? We were wasted.
What Jew would turn down an offer like that? Such an offer.
That's true. That was a Jew in me. So we went, and you go in. They give you towels in a locker, so you put all your clothes in a locker, and then you walk around with a towel or whatever or nothing. And they had a little dance floor. They had a pool. They had a dance floor. They had obviously the bathroom was co-ed, no need for men and women, and they had a exactly, and they had a mattress room.
Really?
AKA orgy room. So basically,
was it like body flip? Was it like?
Well, I didn't change
Coco
partners.
Lopez all over everything.
The mattress room. The guy that I was with, my boyfriend at the time, wanted to go in the mattress room. I would not. I did have
so
sex.
So you're scared actually when you started walking around there? You said this isn't for me.
I'm really a one-man woman when it comes down to it. I'm not a.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm either very loyal or very not loyal.
But you could still be a one-man man.
Did you use protection? No, I didn't need protection because I was not that I
like
didn't
a
need
machine
protection,
gun.
but I was with just my guy. We didn't use protection then.
But so you're still not answering my question.
I didn't use protection till.
If somebody was banging you, you don't think it would be fun to have somebody else sucking like your toes at the same time? Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah, but I'm not mentally stable that way. That's the problem.
What do you mean? How does that affect your mental stability? Your mental
Guys
stability.
can do stuff that women can't. Guys, I am a one-man woman. Even though I've had my wild times, I did stuff.
But this is all about feeling good. It's not about not being
all right.
loyal.
I'm sick of talking to you. You're boring. You're making me angry. My high school boyfriend died of AIDS, who I lost my virginity to. Wow. Oh. No, I'm very lucky I didn't get AIDS or HIV. I am very,
we're all
very lucky.
Too. We wouldn't be sitting here with you.
I have a friend that got it from her husband. So
I know several people who got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not. I got stuff, but I didn't get that. So
Thanks for bringing up the AIDS thing.
That's a happy comedy note.
Yeah.
But you have to talk about that if you're talking about sex. I mean, that's part of it. We did not use protection. I didn't use protection until later in life.
So you took the paper bag off your head. Okay, I got you.
I used protection with the hairy guy, and then we didn't use protection when we were monogamous.
You used a razor for the hairy guy, but go on.
Because the hairy guy would actually cheat on me with women on the internet.
All right, so now you're at
That's
Plato's.
a story for another day.
You're at Plato's, and the guy wants to go on the bed, and
back
you won't go.
Back to this guy. So he's living with someone who he says is in love with.
Oh, that guy.
Love with him, but they haven't done anything. And then down the road, of course, it comes out that that they did kiss at one point. So whatever. So anyway, so I talked about it in therapy, and I cut it off because I'm trying not to go out with the guy that's going to drive that I'm going to stab and end up in jail over. But but this is how insane I am, because I consider myself a love addict. I definitely am. I'm a fantasy. I live in the fantasy of what could be as opposed to the reality. That's my, what I'm saying? That's my problem that I'm aware of, which is, I'm just going to say to women out there, change your fucking patterns, because there are women that pick good guys, and I envy you, and I look up to that.
So you think it's all about clothing? You got to change your patterns. Okay, all right.
Oh God.
Yeah, where's the whistle?
That was.
So this
that was worth 2 bombs.
This is like the Pope telling people how to have children. Go on.
So anyway, Where
were you when you found out the Pope was going to quit? All right, let's stick with the story. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
It's been rattling my whole brain.
I'm proud of you for catching yourself. So I ended the conversation. I mean, I didn't contact him I didn't contact him anymore. I didn't unfriend him though, because I still had the fantasy.
Totally. Okay.
I didn't. And he wrote a couple things. I didn't see him on Facebook for a couple days. And then I saw he wrote a couple things, and I'm just going to get your reaction, because
what's his writing like? Is it very?
No, it's not. It were quotes from other people.
Okay.
We never got that far. I'm sure he's a good writer. He's a sweet guy. He's just messed up, and he's not in recovery. And if you have a problem, I can't go out with you if you're not in recovery. If you don't have a problem, like I can go out with a guy if he has a drink.
Right.
But if you were in for 3 years and then now you're not, and you're not sure. That's kind of a,
okay.
like Clowny said, they were multi-flags there. Correct. Huge So anyway, but I have this fantasy at addiction problem, and he wrote a couple things, and I'm sitting at my desk at work, and I'm reading them, and I'm not doing anything about it, but I'm fantasizing. So I just want to get your reaction to stuff like this. If this do you find this like a turn on a psychological turn on in any way, or just I'm crazy. All right. So he posted on Facebook, they held each other and kissed and pushed each other's darkness into the corner.
Oh my God.
Believing in each other's light, each other's dream. Well, that's kind of, what do you think?
That's so romantic. My God.
No, do you think it really is, or
What? Could you read it again?
But you know what? I found out later. I was like, oh, they pushed each other's darkness into the corner. That's so amazing. That's where I went right away. Right? I was like, oh my God, right. We all have darkness, and we pushed it into the corner, and we just enveloped each other. But then I found out
He might have a gift, but he's a greasy
he didn't
wop.
write it.
Oh.
Oh, you don't listen.
Oh, he stole this.
No, he lists. Yeah, we all do stuff
he
like that.
plagiarized. Okay.
He wrote the guy's name, Herbert Selby Jr.
I'm sorry.
Who I did not know. I looked it up, and actually someone else commented on this post, and it was by the guy who wrote the movie Requiem for a Dream.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was real. That was not a sound effect.
Now, have you seen Requiem for a Dream?
I have not seen it. No.
Oh my God! Have you seen it, Clowny?
Good movie.
Very sad, like about heroin addiction. So when I found that out, I was like, Yvonne, stop reading his shit. But then there was one more I read.
It's Naughty the Clown.
There
Remember?
was one more I read, which I thought was kind of a fuck you to me, because I took it personally. You ready for this one? You know Anise Nin?
Yes.
Nin? Okay, she wrote this one. I am only responsible for my own heart. You offered yours up for the smashing, my darling. Only a fool would give out such a vital organ.
Wow.
So I thought that was him saying "fuck you" to me, but it probably had nothing to do with me. But I was like, all right, I still find it sexy, and I love you, and I want to have sex with you. But
Wow, so that's where you're at.
that's my illness. That's my no. It's not. No, it's not going to happen.
You're not going to let it happen.
It's not going to happen. No.
Okay.
Love you.